What is up, guys? This is At Garage back at you with another one. What we're going to be working on today is I have a little 110cc four-wheeler, and basically we're just going to be going through it, making sure everything's good, probably cleaning the carburetor, putting air in the tires, cleaning it up, new battery, making sure all the cables work correctly, and we'll go from there. We're gonna get on into it. Got her off. Alright, get y'all set up over here on the table and we're gonna break this thing down. This is for the 110 China carburetors. I know a lot of people have these out here and have the same issues with the carburetors going up if they sit for a few months. I'm gonna get y'all set up over here on the bench and we're gonna break it down and show you what I do to clean these things. All right, let's get into this thing. Take this old air filter off. A lot of times these things are reusable. I'll just blow them out really good. Yeah, we'll get away with reusing that one. I'll just blow it out really good. First glance, don't look too terrible from the outside, but you never know what you're going to encounter when you open this bowl. You want to always be careful when taking these bowls off on the screws, because you can strip them if you're not careful. It's got a little bit of old gas still in it, but it's not bad at all. The jets now, they're pretty ugly looking, but I think we'll be able to clean them up. All right, next step, once you get the bowl off, there is a little drain screw here on the side. You want to take that out. I should be using a flathead. Yep, it is stuck. Let's see. Try to get this float off of here by itself because that needle is stuck pretty bad. Let's see if I can get it slide off. There we go. Alright, just be careful with that. You don't want to bend those little prongs up on the needle too bad. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but on the top of the needle there is a little metal hanger that goes over the float that pulls the needle up and down. You want to take that off so you can get a pair of needle nose on it and twist it gently to get it to break loose from all that old crud and gas that's been sitting in it. But you got to be very careful because you do not want to lose this metal thing. There we go. It's off. But you can see how little it is. It's very, very easy to lose that piece. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to gently put these needle nose on there. Don't squeeze real hard or anything. What I'm going to do is just try to rock that back and forth a little bit. Just like that. And once it frees up, it should come right out. Just like that. It's pretty gross in there. Alright, let's see here. Try to get this. Be careful with these jets because they are brass, so make sure you use a screwdriver that fits really well. What are you going to use on most of the 110cc carburetors? It's going to be a 7mm for this jet. Usually once you break them loose, you can get them out with your rest of the way with your hand. Alright, and this looks like the top of the jets where the gas was sitting is what's the dirtiest. That's good. It's the bottom part that actually goes into the carburetor. It looks pretty clean. So we're going to try to see if I can get that emulsion tube out. Pick these little tools up from Harbor Freight and they have come in handy many times. They're little, like little picks, but they're curved on the end, and it allows you to get it down in here, especially for this emulsion tube. And a lot of times push it on out. Just like that. Alright. This idle screw. I got it. Alright, this is a my ultrasonic cleaner, and it's nothing fancy. It's just I think it was like 80-90 bucks, maybe $100 at a Harbor Freight, but it works very well for most of your smaller ATV carbs and small motor carbs. And what I've got in it is just a cleaner called Chem Dip, and it's for carburetors. And put that in there and let it warm up a little bit, and then I'll put my parts in and we'll get them clean. Down in there slowly. And while this is warming up, I'll let these soak in it while it's warming up before I actually cut it on and run its cycle. I usually run it about 3 times in about 5-minute increments. Alright, we got it out of the bath, and one thing I did do is I forgot to take the gasket off of the float bowl, and I think it has messed it up. Maybe we can get it to go back in there, we'll see. But as you can see how clean it got the float bowl. I mean, it's pretty spotless now. This is the carb after it came out of the cleaner. Good to go. We're gonna get this back together. Now, what I always do, even though you send them through a cleaner, you still want to take a small, I usually use like a bread tie, but you still want to go through and make sure all your jets are completely clean, and that you can see the light through them. And these right here, believe the low jet, they're really easy to get clogged up. Even if you send them through a ultrasonic cleaner, a lot of times they'll still be clogged up in the center. Now none of this stuff has to be super tight. Almost left out a critical. Your emulsion tube. And I believe, yes, it goes in like that. Well, my lighting's not the best right here, but hopefully it shows up a little better than what it's looking like on the camera. Alright, we're going to put this little clip back onto the, be careful with this, because if this thing goes flying, you lose it. It's not going to be good. And a little bit of varnish left on the float, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Let me wait before I do that. And also, when you're using your flatheads to put these jets back in, make sure you wipe off the end of them really good, because all it takes is a little bit of grease or dirt on the end of that flathead, and when you go to tighten your jet up, it'll clog it right back up again without you even knowing it. This is your idle, and what I normally do is I'll go all the way in. You don't want to tighten it, just when it stops, stop. Then I'll usually go 1.5 turns out. That's 1 and about a half, and you can adjust it from there once you get it cranked. And we can put the flow back on. Let's try it with a little bit less cotton on there. See how much. All right, I'm happy with that. I don't know if you can see down in there, but that thing is really clean now. So you got to worry about the needle sticking. Just figured I'd do a little video on these carburetors. I know these 110, these little 110cc four-wheelers are really popular. I know mostly everybody that has one is eventually going to have this same issue with the carburetor. So I don't think we're gonna get too lucky with this gasket, but we're gonna give it an old college try. All right, before I take this tank off, it still actually has a little bit of gas down on the very bottom of it, and we're gonna put the battery on it and see if it won't crank and let it run for a minute. That's everything. Sounds pretty good. I don't want to let it run for long, because whoever had it, they put too much oil in it. And too much oil can be bad for a motor. All right. Only thing I have left to do is just to wash it off, clean it up a little bit, and go grab a battery from the local parts store. But that's it. Clean the carburetor, put a new gas tank on it. And cleaning the carburetor is mostly what's going to be in this video, or was in this video, to help people. I know these things are really popular, and man, that's the main problem on these things is dirty carburetors. So that was really my main objective of making this video, is to show people how easy it is to clean these little 110cc carburetors, so they can do it at home and not have to go to a shop and get charged an arm and a leg. But I'm gonna do a little test drive on it for a second. how she does. All right, I gotta do it. I hope this video is helpful to you guys on the cleaning the carburetors. And if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, share my videos. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And until next time, This and That Garage, out.